Okay, question 10. Which of the following statements is or are true? Okay, so it seems like this question is a play of for all and there exists. Yeah, it really shows you the difference between these two, mathematical concepts. Which is a lovely question, I think. So, option 1. For all real numbers x and for all positive integers n, x is less than n. Okay, so this statement is essentially saying that all the real numbers are less than all the positive integers. Okay, that's really silly, right? Because I could just pick a real number like, I don't know, square root of 2, for example. Right, and there's, the positive integer 1 is less than square root of 2, which destroys the statement already. So option 1 is really silly. So option 1, no good. How about option 2? For all real numbers x, there exists a positive integer n such that x is less than n. What do you think? I think that's quite true, right? You could just take the ceiling function of x, right? You could just take the ceiling function of x. So, well, technically you can't exactly take a ceiling function because if x is negative, then you have to take n as 1. So I'm going to do this, all right? If x is negative, let's say if x is less than 1, then n equals to 1. Yeah. Okay. And if x is greater or equal to 1, then n is the ceiling of x. Okay, actually I can't take the ceiling of x. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do x plus 1, but then the floor of it. Yeah. Okay. You see why I did the floor there? Because if you have like x being bang on an integer, for example, if you have x bang on to be 2, then if you take a ceiling of x, it's still 2, right? So n is not strictly greater than x. So that's why I have to add 1 and take the floor. I think that's more sensible. So it's possible. I can always find such an n. So 2 is good. Okay, how about 3? There exists a real number x such that for all positive integers n, x is less than n. Absolutely, right? I could just pick x to be any negative number I like, right? Negative 376, for example. All right, so there exists. I've given you an example. So option 3 is indeed correct as well. So therefore, answer would be G.